Alrighty then, hey guys, welcome to another video, the One Good Road here. Today I want to show you a review on the Apidura bikepacking bags. Now, I've already made reviews on these bags before, but that was at 9,000 Ks. So I want to do a re-review of these bags. Now they're at about 17,000, and I've done across Australia with them. I've done top to bottom of New Zealand with them, and I've done, I think that's about it so far. Maybe a bit more of Europe, maybe, and a bit of America. But for people who don't know, I've also ridden across the United States with these bags, and I've also ridden all around Scandinavia and parts of Europe. So anyway, I'm going to split it into different videos as you'll see down below, but in the links in the description. But for now, I'm just going to walk you through all these bags in my little, basically, review, or opinions on them actually. So, I think I'm going to start by taking this front bag off and start talking about that one, because I do have some good things and some bad things to mention about these bags. Something you have to remember is that these bags are the originals, so they are the first generation of its kind, and they're a bit outdated in some ways now. This might start to fall off if I get this wrong, so I'll hold it. So basically the bags go on with Velcro and with these buckle straps, if people don't know. The bag itself for the rear one is 17.5 liters. I won't take the middle bag off, or the frame bag. I'll get to that in a minute. So this is the large saddle pack, as they call it. Now I've been a bit aggressive with it in the last few years, but anyway, like I said, it's 17.5 liters. It's pretty good. It holds a lot, I have to say. If we open this up, do excuse the noise, I'm in a suburb, and for my reviews I like to just keep the videos simple. So inside I can fit my sleeping bag. I can also fit my tent, okay? And I can also fit a solar panel, okay? I can also fit the tent poles for the tent, and way back at the back there, don't know if you can see that in there, that is inner tubes at the back. I've got way too many inner tubes in there, I won't even bother taking them out. But there's quite a few anyway, nonetheless. So it's pretty good. The fabric is this nylon stuff, it's just plastic. And it's been okay, but now the bag is starting to show wear and tear. So this might be my fault because of the way I have sort of abused this bag, or used it. Because I use it literally, I've been using it every single day for the last 360-ish days, let's say, because some days I might not use it as much. Now I'm not really using it, but so yeah, that's the Velcro. You can see here they're starting to be wear and tear. Remember, this is a year old, 17,000 kilometers, okay? Also, you can see here I'm starting to get wear on, I don't know what you would call that part. This is like the buckle which attaches to the underside of the saddle, the rails on the saddle. And I've had to put some tape on there to try and hold it a little bit longer. Same thing on the other side. And I think it's basically from the saddle rocking from side to side all the time. And it might be with the amount of weight that I've loaded into this saddle pack, but who knows. Now on the back, on the front here, on the tip, it's starting to show wear here, and I've had to put tape on as well. Now that could be, it's simply because I think when you see it on the bike, it doesn't sit too well above the wheel, so it does slightly rub against, not the wheel, but the frame, if that makes sense. I'll show you on the frame, if that makes any sense. You see that? Now honestly, this might just be my fault. I just maybe haven't tightened it well enough, and it might not fit my bike very well. But it's something to keep in mind. You might want to get the slightly smaller version of the bags. I just don't have the money, so I just went for the large one, and I needed as much capacity as possible. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that it's starting to show wear. But that's just, you know, it's at least it still works and it still can hold it, and I can patch these sort of things up and sew them up over time. Now, what else should I mention about it? It's not waterproof. It is absolutely not waterproof, actually. I wouldn't even say it's sort of water resistant. It's more just a bag to hold your stuff in, to be honest. Because basically, as soon as you get water on this outside, it'll start to, within about an hour, with continuous rain, your stuff's going to get wet. So put your stuff in dry bags or plastic bags or shopping bags or something, because it will start to get wet and moldy inside. This solar panel is starting to, I mean, you can't really see it, of course, but it was starting to mold because I didn't take it out for such a long time. So definitely keep that in mind. I put some spraying disinfectant on it, and it sort of works. It still works, there's nothing wrong with it, but it just smelled pretty bad in this whole bag. That's probably just, you know, me being lazy and not taking it out enough. Anyway, so that is the saddle pack. If you have any questions about that one, just let me know. Let's move on to the front bag. So with the front bag, it's been good. I mean, I'm happy to have it. Inside, I carry my gloves, and I carry my clothes in this bag here. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I think I have a filter in here. Oh, okay, there's a Camelback in there. And that's it. So, it fits a lot in this one. The problem is, when you have a road bike or a cyclocross bike, it doesn't fit so well, and it's really difficult to change gear here, because these two gears, on Shimano's anyway, SRAM might not have this problem, but Shimano's have this problem that when you're changing the gear, the bag is in the way, because I have the front bag, which is the large version. These two bags are not what I'm talking about, but anyway, the Apidura bag will sit there, and it does get in the way of shifting, so you have to kind of pack it very, very tightly. I also had to raise the stem. Don't know if you can see that in there. The reason why is because it will rub on the wheel if you don't put a raised stem, basically. If you have the large version. If you go for the small one, the small frame bag and the waterproof one should be fine. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And that's what I had to do to sort of fix it, because I'm on a budget. Now, if you want, with this bag, let me just explain that this is the large sort of capsule for it, and this tightening mechanism is really good. Like, I've had no problems with it. It's stayed tight around the handlebars for a very long time. There's no problems with that, which is good. This is very handy. You can put like a water bottle or clothes or something like that, or whatever. I've also been able to fit in between a mat for some strange reason. I don't know how, but it fits really well in there. This cheap, I got this for free off someone, and that's what I use. If you want to see what I use while touring, just check out my setup videos. I got a bunch of them. So, now if you want, how do I explain this? Because I've had to use Velcro to keep it on, basically. Just undo that for you. Basically, I've had to patch it there, actually. You can see that, can't you? Come on, you see that green patch just here? That's a tent patch, and I had to do that because it had a hole on it for some reason. I think it might have touched the wheel at some point. Also, this under part where the buckle attaches, I had to super glue that on because it started, yeah, it still wobbles a little bit, but that might just be the fabric. Now, instead of, you see these rings here, these little strap ringy things, basically they allow you to imagine if the stem, let me just bring it up to the bike for a second. So, imagine if it's on, right? Okay. Basically the stem fits on those hooks there, and you can tighten it around the stem. That's how it works. But my bag is too big for that. This is the large version, like I said, and it's too big for that. So basically it's been starting, as you can see there's a bit of wear here. That might be my fault, I don't know. This is after a year of use and 17,000 kilometers, just remember that. And I use this every day. I use it for my shopping, I use it for my daily living. I use these bags every single day while touring. And I've had to use this strap, this Velcro strap, to sort of wrap it around the bars to hold it on. Yeah, the point is, it's a bit annoying that I had to do that, but at least it still works. But that is something to keep in mind, that these bags, and remember this one is not waterproof either. So you'll need to get another bag to keep that waterproof. Now, or just go for the waterproof versions, because I don't think these ones are good, because you have to wrap everything, which means you get air pockets and so on and so forth. Now, this is the front accessory pack, which goes, well, like it says on the front of the front bag, which is a bit strange, but it allows you to carry more, basically. So, maybe I should mention that again. If you have the large pack back here, remember that when you have the large one, you're not going to fit the full 20 liters on a road bike. It's just not going to fit because of the handlebars. They're not wide enough. On a mountain bike, it'll be fine. Maybe I have some footage of that I can show you. But on a road bike, it will not fit. So you will only get maybe 15 liters or something like that. Now, this one's pretty decent. I like that, but my aero bars get in the way of opening and closing this zipper. So it's not very convenient. It's supposed to be convenient, but it was only more convenient when I have less stuff packed in it. Now it's great because I can just simply open it like that. But anyway, there's some wear and tear. Let me show you. Because of the Velcro that I've had to use, in fact I think there's a bit of a hole forming there now. There's a bit of wear and tear right there. It's starting to fade away, but remember you can tape this up, so it still works. It's just starts slowly fading. But yeah, a lot of hardcore fans from like Ortlieb or whatever, or other people who have many years of experience might say that these bags are pretty crap in comparison to the other ones. And I get that. But this company, Apidura, were the first ones I ever saw who made these bikepacking bags. In my opinion, that's what I noticed on the internet. Show me a link if you found it before then. But these are the ones I went with. They were expensive at the time. Now there's a lot of Chinese manufacturers copying these designs and making them at pretty decent quality as well. So anyway, those are the front bags, okay? That's the Apidura saddle pack version. I'd love to try out Ortlieb, but I don't have the money for it. And also B-Twin, which is a cheap company made by, it's a French brand from Decathlon, and I would love to try out and make, if they would make an Apidura equivalent to these bags, that would be awesome, but they haven't done that. Now, something I do love is this frame bag. This is absolutely a must. It's amazing. I use it every single day. I've used this for 17,000 kilometers and I absolutely adore it. I think it's an amazing piece of kit. I highly recommend it to anyone. It means you don't have to have a little frame bag here, a saddle pack or anything. You don't need a saddle bag at all. You don't need to carry this. This top two bags are not very good. I wouldn't recommend that anyway. But anyway, the frame bag has been really good. I'd love to have the big one actually, because then it would fit the whole thing, and I could put water bottles in there. I could fit just more basically, because there's also all these spaces here, 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 which could be filled up with stuff. So yeah, it's an amazing bag. I highly recommend it, and it's 3.5 liters, so I can fit canned food in the back twice. I can fit maybe a few energy bars, quite a few energy bars in there, and other things, whatever you want. Like you could fit like a 1.5 liter long bottle in there, plus whatever you want on this side, if that makes sense. You got this side, which I put all of my tools in that side, and then the other side I put in, I don't even know what's in here. It might be my pump. Yeah, so I've got an inner tube at the moment. I don't know if you can see that. I have to use the camera in manual focus, sorry. So yeah, there you go. It's pretty good. A lot of space in there. So yeah. Although, you can see here, I've got wear and tear. Hang on, sorry. It's a bit difficult to get the angle right. As you can see, there's wear and tear here, which is a bit annoying. That's from it shaking all the time on rough roads. I wouldn't, honestly, if you're going to use these bags, try and stick to roads, because off-road is going to shake it a lot, and I don't think these bags, in my opinion, the first version of these bags are not going to be good off-road, but that's just my opinion. Maybe go for the Apidura dry bag versions and see what that's like, or go for maybe Ortlieb, but I wouldn't go for this first version anymore. They're a little outdated, and they're not, I mean, mine are still going after a year, but now you can see that there is wear and tear, and there are ways to fix it, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Like, subscribe, check out the channel. I've got a bunch of reviews and films and other things about cycling. I do anything to do with cycling, basically. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you guys in the next video.